Peace, family. Rising, rising, rising. I say. How y'all feeling out there today, family? You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all out there having a blissful day, a wonderful day, a prosperous day. You feel me? As today is a beautiful day. I hope y'all been out there in that sun and within nature charging up. You feel me? Anyway, y'all, we making this video today because I see a lot of us still don't understand the deeper aspect of why they have been doing what they have been doing to us, right? And who are they? They are your oppressors, right? And it's a whole pyramid of them. Because who are your oppressors? Your oppressors are the ones who are in control, and your oppressors are the ones who are working for these extraterrestrial beings who are keeping you hindered and keeping you suppressed, right? So that's who these oppressors are. And today I see that we still don't understand the deeper aspect of why these oppressors have done what they've done to us so much for so many different generations and generations and generations and generations. So in this video, that's what we're getting at today. Feel me? But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and set the right vibratorial frequency, the right spiritual frequency, open this off with the right energy. So we're going to go ahead and give a peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. You know what I'm saying? All the gods. We're going to give a peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai, as positive energy always creates elevation. Feel me? So, I want to give a peace to my elders. I want to send the deepest of insight and gratitude to my elders. I want to send the deepest of insight and gratitude to my middle age group. And I want to send the deepest and gratitude, gratitude and insight to my youth. Feel me? As we are all rising as one. So, I want to put this out here, feel me? Because like I said, I see we don't understand the deeper aspect of why we've been done the way we have. Feel me? So we finna get into this shit today, y'all, because I'm tired of motherfuckers goddamn acting like this shit ain't serious. And this shit ain't deep, or this shit don't get deeper than what they fucking tell us, right? So, we must understand first thing first, right? We must understand who we are and what we are, right? To even understand why the fuck you even have oppressors oppressing you and suppressing you, you have to understand why. Because of who you are and what you are, right? As if you are in today's day, if you are a black person or a Latino person, you are considered a god. Scientifically proven. Go check out the channel and the other videos on the channel. You know what I'm saying? But if you are a black man, you are a god. If you are a Latino man, you are a god. If you are a black woman, you are a goddess/god. If you are a Latino woman, you are a goddess/god. Feel me? So you have to understand what you are and who you are to understand why these people have hindered and suppressed you. Because we talked about this shit, right? But we haven't talked about, you know what I'm saying? We didn't put a specific date of time on this shit because we know time isn't real. But we didn't put a specific date of, you know what I'm saying, of history on this shit. So we're going to be talking about the slave traits, you know what I'm saying? The slavery shit. You feel me? Because you have to understand why they put you in that state. My bad, y'all. You got to understand why they put you in that state. You feel me? Why was it even a slavery thing, right? And they go deeper than that. Because we don't come from no motherfucking cotton pickers. We don't come from no motherfucking field workers. Feel me? We don't come from that shit, man. That was just a state that we hit. We don't come from that shit. Let me repeat. Hold on. I'm trying to get close up on the camera, y'all, so I can repeat this shit clear, loud and clear for y'all ass. Let me repeat. We don't come from no motherfucking cotton picking. We don't come from no motherfucking field working. We run way farther back and way deeper than just working on a motherfucking field. And that's all they tell you though. Why do they only go that deep with your fucking history? Nigga, ask yourself that. You come way fucking farther from just being, you come way farther from having ancestors that was fucking in a field picking cotton, nigga. That slavery shit, we don't come from that shit. We don't come from that low state, nigga. We were emperors and empresses, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga? We were the first people on this land, nigga. We had kingdoms. We had energetic points, nigga. Fuck you mean? We don't come from that shit, nigga. We come from way further than that. Understand that, family. Because to even understand where I'm coming from, you have to understand who we are. We don't come from no motherfucking low down lifestyle, man. We don't come from that shit. We was put in that shit. We don't come from that shit. We were put in that. Let me get close and repeat that. We don't come from that low state of slavery. We were put in that. You feel me? So, you got a lot of us thinking that we got generational curses because of this slave shit. Right? And that's not it. That's not the case. Facts. That's not the case. We're here to break that shit down for y'all right here today. Because I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it's too many of us out there who don't fucking see or who don't even want to see why we even hit a point to where, or why we even hit a state to why we were in a slave state. A lot of y'all don't even remember past that shit. A lot of y'all don't even know about your own fucking color pigmentation past the slavery state. We're here right here today to get into that. Because before they told you your people were cotton pickers and field workers, before they told you that, we were moving like this. Gods, goddesses, emperors and empresses, kings and queens. But we could never be no kings and we could never be no queens because that was a low form of an emperor or empress. So the lowest you can go, god or goddess, is an emperor or an empress. But before your ancestors that came before you in this lifetime, before they hit a slavery state, we were never living that low in life, nigga. Fuck you mean? Facts. So we finna get this shit, cause I'm telling y'all right motherfucking now. This energy, this shit ain't no game. The ancestors is here. And now, when we say ancestors, we ain't talking about what they tell you are ancestors, nigga. We're not talking about no motherfuckers who was on the field picking cotton, nigga. Facts. Nigga, fuck you mean? Because before that shit was ever a thing, we were this, nigga, at core. Warriors. Intelligent. You feel me? Facts. Facts. That's why I brought God on today, so y'all can look at God in what we pointing out today. You feel me? Because look at God. He was here before we hit a slavery state. And look at him. Do he look like he been conquered, nigga, and put in the field to pick cotton, nigga? They ain't gonna let you know that, though. They're not gonna glorify that, though. They glorify the wars that they have won on us more than they glorify the wars that we won on them. They don't even speak about those. They don't even tell you this shit in school, nigga. Facts. They don't tell you in school about Marcus Garvey, nigga. They don't tell you in school about the motherfucking tribes that went to war with these motherfucking Napoleon and the Spanish conquistadors and them, nigga. They don't tell you about that shit, nigga. They don't tell you in school about the Haitian Revolution. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about the Maroon War, nigga, with Queen Nanny, nigga. They don't tell you about that. Yet, they only tell you about the time we were in fields picking cotton for their ass. Why though? It's a deeper aspect. It ain't just, okay, and when I'm saying it's a deeper aspect, I want y'all to look like what I mean by that is because a lot of us don't understand why they had us in the field picking cotton. A lot of us don't understand why they had us outside all day, nigga. From sun up to sundown. We don't even know house shit, nigga. We on the field with it. A lot of us don't understand why they had us doing everything on the field. A lot of us don't understand why they put us in that low state of mind. A lot of us don't understand the deeper aspect of why they whipped us with leather whips with metal tips on the end, with our back facing the sun and our hands facing the fucking sky. They don't understand the deeper aspect of why they did that to you, nigga. You don't understand the deeper aspect of why they did that to your motherfucking ancestors. Facts. You got a lot of us scared of police in today's day, nigga. Because you don't understand, nigga, your great-great-great-great-grandma was scared of motherfucking slave catchers because before they were police officers, now in today's day, nigga, they were slave catchers, nigga. And you scared of the police now in today's day, and you don't even know that your motherfucking great-great-great-grandfather was scared of the police, nigga. Because he was being hunted by slave catchers. Your ass scared to go in the jungle right now. Because you were being hunted in the jungle by slave catchers, nigga. Facts. You scared to get in big bodies of water right now because you were thrown off ships by slave catchers. And these same slave catchers are your now in today's day police officers, nigga. Same motherfuckers working for your oppressors. Facts. Feel me? But we gonna get into that shit though. Because I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of hearing motherfuckers in this pigmentation just settling for the fact that they'll just tell you all this fucked up shit they did to us. Why is they just telling us all the fucked up shit they did to us? Why they ain't telling us nothing great that we did? Nigga, fuck you mean? Why they ain't telling us nothing great that we did, nigga? Why they only telling you that you have been whipped through generations? Why they ain't telling your ass that you was an emperor? Why they not telling your ass that you was once a fucking empress? Why they only telling your ass that your people that came way before you were just in the field picking cotton? They wasn't on shit. They was just in the field picking cotton for us. Yeah. And then we let a couple of y'all come in the house and do a couple of shit in the house for us. You feel me? We didn't really take y'all. We didn't really specialize y'all. We just gave y'all just a little bit more sovereignty. You feel me? Facts, nigga. But we finna get into that shit though. Facts. This is why I brought God on, man. God wanted to come on here today. Felt his energy. Said, oh yeah, look. This what you subjected? Put me on there. So they can see. Feel me? Facts, family. So today we get into that shit, man. Because we gotta understand what the fuck was slavery even about. Because it's on a way deeper aspect than what they even tell you this shit was about. Don't come in this motherfucking, okay, if you here on this video right now, and you talking about some smoothie shit, nigga, you might well get the fuck out the video, nigga. Fuck you mean? If you still believing that they were slaves because of some shit that they told you why they were slaves, you can go ahead and get the fuck out the video, nigga. Smoothie ass nigga. House nigga ass nigga. Get the fuck out the video. Coward ass nigga. Fuck you mean? You still settle for the shit your oppressors tell you. You still believe in the shit that they tell you, nigga. Get your smoothie ass off my video. Facts. Shout out to the God. Shout out in peace and gratitude, deep gratitude and understanding to the God, divine insight. As the family receives my whole blessings. You feel me? Love to God. Facts. But let's stay focused. You feel me? Because I ain't with that shit today, y'all. On this video right here, y'all, this is ancestral energy. Real ancestral energy, nigga. Not no fake bullshit ass what they try to tell you is your ancestors, nigga. Because you can miss me with that shit. You can kiss my ass with that, nigga. Fuck you mean? My ancestors don't just run as deep as no motherfucking cotton pickers, nigga. And even the ancestors that I did have that were on the field, nigga, they still was locked in with the higher ups, nigga. Who are the higher ups? the motherfucking the higher ancestral energy, the higher celestial energy, nigga. They still was tapped into that divinity, nigga. My ancestors weren't nothing like y'all nigga ancestors, nigga. Fuck you mean? Even when my ancestors was on their bitch ass field, my ancestors was still tapped in to the divinity, nigga. Fuck you mean? How the fuck you think Harriet Tubman was able to do what she was doing? She was tapped in, nigga. Facts. Any other one just like them, how the fuck do you think they got that to, it's tapped in. Fuck you mean? So, right, they'll tell you that slavery, you feel me? Okay, so, and it's so fucked up because they'll tell your ass that they kind of helped you, so you need to be thanking their ass because they came and got us off the landmass of Africa. So you really need to be thanking that. This is what they saying, y'all. You really need to be thanking me because I came and got y'all. Nigga, when I came and got y'all, I had y'all working for me so y'all was all right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all right. Even though I came and took y'all from y'all freedom and made y'all work for me on my landmass, it's still better than you being over there free. So y'all really should thank me. That's how they put it. Fuck you, man. That's exactly how they put it verbatim, nigga. Tell me I'm lying, nigga. You can go look at it yourself. Fuck you mean? I know what I'm talking about, nigga. I know what I'm talking about, man. Facts. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, bro. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. And if you still believe the shit your oppressors told you from school, get the fuck off my life now, nigga. Fuck you mean? Go ahead, get the fuck on. Smoofy ass, nigga. Hope somebody go across your motherfucking head. Big goofy ass. Believing what your oppressors have told you through school, nigga. Get the fuck off my video. You don't even belong here. Fuck you mean, nigga? You might well get up out of here, nigga. You might well... Fuck is wrong with these niggas? Anyway, y'all, let's stay focused. Slavery was on a deeper aspect than just keeping your ass hindered and suppressed and harnessed of your energy. Right? You got to understand why they was doing this shit and why they put you in a state of slavery. Because slavery was not a motherfucking generation. It was a state, a being. We didn't come from slavery, nigga. We were way higher than slavery. Slavery is actually the lowest shit we hit. We rose from slavery, nigga. Fuck you mean? But anyway, slavery was used for further more than just keeping our ancestors on the field picking cotton for their ass. It was further more than that. It was further more than that. It was further more than that. Because they understood what and who you are, and you didn't understand it because you have failing frequency, which was not your fault as well. Right? They have turned everything of your nature against you. And even making you go against your own nature unknowingly. This is what slavery was really about. Slavery was about really keeping your ass hindered and stuck in that root chakra. Why do you think they pushed the fear so much, nigga? Why do you think they had their ass moving like a chicken with his head cut off? Slavery is about keeping you in the root state. But because we have rised, they fear. So this is why they have now physically took the shackles off you, nigga, but put them on your ass mentally, though. The shackles ain't go nowhere, nigga. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Bro, look, we getting deep today, y'all. I don't give no fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about how long the video go. I don't give a fuck if they even cut the video, nigga. I don't give a fuck. We getting deep, though. Feel me? Let's break it down for you. Let's start from the root. Let's break it down for you, right? Okay, so, understand, right, before they landed on this planet, we were at the planet itself has its own set. Okay, look, the planet is alive just as much as you and I is alive. Actually, the planet is alive more than you and I is alive, as well as these crystals. But anyway, let's stay focused. You got to understand, because of the planet is more alive than we are, the planet also has its own set of chakras, and the planet also has its own frequency. The planet also has its own mind, heartbeat, veins, and everything just like we have, right? Because we gave this to the planet as we created this planet. So understand that because the planet has its own set of everything that we got, the planet also has its own frequency, right? So, before they ever landed on this planet was vibrating at its full peak. So are we, because we are a part of the planet. So, my bad, y'all. So we are a part of the planet. So if the planet on the 33rd dimension, we are also in the 33rd dimension. This is why when they showed you the Egyptian tribe was on the 13th dimension between the 16th dimension. This is why they were able to interact with the pyramids. This is why and then they still lie to you on that shit, right? This is why they were able to do these advanced things, because the planet was higher in frequency. And with the planet being higher in frequency, we were also aligned with the planet. Feel me? Hold on, y'all. I don't want this phone to die on y'all. Hold on. We were also aligned with the planet. So, understand. We gotta switch this shit. Hold on, y'all. Understand that we were on a higher frequency before they landed here. This planet was on a higher frequency before they landed here, right? And we were on a higher frequency before they landed here. So when they landed here and they seen the shit we was doing, right? They seen the shit we was doing, and hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. I gotta put this phone on the charger, so I gotta move it, right? Cause where I just was ain't no fucking plugs there. So we gonna stay focused though, y'all. So before they landed on this planet, we were higher in frequency, and the planet was higher in frequency. So we were doing all type of crazy. My bad. So we were doing all type of crazy. We had all type of because the planet was on a higher frequency and we were too. We had when they landed here and they seen that shit, they seen that we had all type of geology mechanics going on. They seen we had all type of advanced geology mechanics going on, nigga. Facts. Because we were so in tune with the planet. Not only were we in tune with the planet, we were in tune with ourselves. This is why in the Egyptian tribe, they show you those things on those heads, right? The pharaohs, those are not really hair decorations. Those actually meant that you have mastered all the chakras, right? And that you have rose from the Kundalini energy to the top of the fucking crown. This is why the fucking hat represents the snake. The snake represents the Kundalini energy, because the Kundalini energy moves along the base of the spine, and the base of the spine is shaped like a fucking snake if you are a black or Latino person. Understand this shit, family. So, this is why they have, this is why when they landed, they cut all the energetic sources. They cut all the energetic sources, they cut the trees, they blew up the crystal towers, nigga. Right? And then once they cut off our energetic sources and they blew up the crystal towers and all that shit, we began to lower in frequency. The planet did as well. You feel me? So when we lowered in frequency and the planet lowered in frequency, then we were then hit with spells, right? Created by other extraterrestrial beings that made an alliance with Grand Evil. So, after we lowered in frequency, after they blew up the towers and they cut the major trees, the giant trees, right? They then started hitting us with spells. They started hitting us with spells, right? And because we have lowered in frequency, we can't really fight back. We can't fight back for spell because we lowered in frequency. We just lowered in frequency. And we don't know what the fuck going on. We confused because we were betrayed. It's not like they came on the planet on some gangster shit like, yeah, we here now, what's up? No, they didn't come like that. They came on the planet, you know what I'm saying, and we re-engineered them, we fixed them up, got them advanced, you feel me? And they was chilling. We all on the planet chilling, y'all. Facts. Let me tell you how this shit really went. We were chilling, the unity was so unified, we were chilling amongst each other, nigga. Facts. This is why the Moors even got comfortable enough with these Caucasian women to start fucking them and telling them our enchantments and our ancient secrets, nigga. This is how they were able to use our own Makerba to send the second sun out the atmosphere. Facts. Because they were hitting us with spells. Spells. They were hitting us with spells. Because once they cut off the... Okay, look. Let's stay focused. They didn't come here on no gangster shit. They didn't land here and straight get into war with us, nigga. No. Because when they first landed here, they was fucked up. So we had re-engineered them and fixed them. Then when we fixed them, they started learning from us, right? But them learning from us wasn't on no shit like, okay, yeah, now y'all come with me, let me come teach y'all this shit. No, they didn't learn from us like that. They after we re-engineered them, you know what I'm saying, and they was just being so fucking like innocent type shit. We like, you know what I'm saying, y'all go do y'all thing on y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all go, you feel me, y'all go do your own shit. We went back to what we was doing, like shit, building up the planet, because mind you, this planet right here was the last planet created in this galaxy, right? So this planet right here was the last planet that was being constructed in this galaxy. This planet isn't even finished building, right? We didn't even finish building this planet up, nigga. This is how they were able to even land here. Understand this shit. They were able to only land here through the Caucasus Mountains because there were portals in the Caucasus Mountains. This is why we called they ass Caucasians. So, understand that in order for them to even have been able to land here, the planet wasn't even fully built up because this was the last planet being built of this galaxy, nigga. So that's the whole reason they were even able to land here, because this planet was being built up. This planet wasn't even done being built up. So once they landed here, you know what I'm saying, they were fucked up. So we had to re-engineer their ass, right? And so once we re-engineered their ass, they was just chilling. You feel me? They was acting so innocent and shit. You feel me? But we also had other extraterrestrial beings down here with us. So when the Caucasians came through the Caucasus Mountains, they didn't just come through the Caucasus Mountains alone. They came with other extraterrestrial beings, right? Such as the Pleiadians. As, you know what I'm saying? Right? Such as the Pleiadians. But understand that the Draconian reptilians did not come here first. Those were Caucasians and Pleiadians that came here first. Actually, the Draconian reptilians were not even here yet. The Pleiadians brought the Draconian reptilians here. Understand this? So, when we reverse engineered them, and they asked was just on the planet type shit, amongst us, they were learning from just being amongst us. You feel me? Seeing this shit that we doing. So they was learning from that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was to a point in time where we was just, it's like a university, y'all. This planet was like a university. Like a big ass school, nigga. Like a big ass school. So you know what I'm saying? You seeing every, you know what I'm saying? And before these people landed here, it was just us. This. Right? So when these niggas landed here, and we don't reverse engineer them and shit, we just letting their ass kick it. Now it's like a big ass university. Now we just walking around. You might fuck around, hit this hallway and see a white man. I know. Okay. They ass over there. What I'm doing. I see one of their ass over there. I don't know what he doing, but feel me? Facts. I'm telling you how. Okay. But for us to understand this slavery shit, we have to understand this shit though. Can't skip shit. We gotta make it make sense. So, right? They were amongst us for a fucking while. I can't give y'all the time because time didn't exist then. So, they were amongst us for a while, right? Once they were amongst us for a while, after we reverse engineered them, they were amongst us for a good ass minute. A good ass minute. Right. It was a relationship built up through that good ass minute that they've been amongst us after we reverse engineered their ass. This is how some of the Moors fucking got comfortable, this is how some of the Moors was even able to get comfortable with these Caucasian human beings, women. This is why some of the Moors started fucking these Caucasian women. Because they was here for a little while, nigga, so the relationship was built. Feel me? This is why we trusted their ass, because they was here for a little while being innocent and shit. But the switch happened like this. You feel me? Because by the time they betrayed us, We were already feeling frequencies, so we were confused. We were confused. Because by the time they portrayed us, we had already feeling frequency. So we didn't know what the fuck was going on. By the time we realized it was a war, we were already damn near on the third density, nigga. Facts. By the time we realized it was a war, we had already been separated and taken from our advanced technology. This is why we couldn't use telepathy across the land masses. Because once we realized we were in war, it was kind of on some too late shit. Feel me? So they portrayed us type shit. They were here amongst us for a while. You feel me? Learning from us, from the daily shit, we was just doing basic shit. You feel me? This is how they only know how to do basic shit. Because they only watched us do basic shit. Shit we was doing here was basic. Even building this planet was basic shit. You feel me? So, they got down, man, look, they was amongst us for a while. You know what I'm saying? But one day, they asked us, but by the time we were already confused as fuck. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Feel me? By the time we realized, like, oh shit, it's a war. We had already been disconnected from our families and our energy towers and our trees, nigga. So it's like, damn. How the fuck was we supposed to retaliate when we was sneaked? They snuck our ass. That's how they got us to lower. That's how they were able to lower us. Because they snuck our ass. When we turned our back around, they big ass machete, nigga. I'm talking about katana, nigga. Not no kitchen knife, nigga. When we turned our back around, they took a big ass katana through our shit, nigga. Fuck you mean? They ain't just stab us in the back, nigga. They took a katana and went through us with that bitch, nigga. When we turned our back. When we turned our back, that was us being like, okay, y'all been here for a little minute. Y'all cool. Y'all cool now, shit. Y'all cool. Y'all been here for a little minute. Y'all cool. Soon as they ass hood. By the time they ass hood and we try to see what, it's too late. We already been disconnected. Feel me? So it's imperative that we understand this shit before we even get down to that point of how we gotta realize how we even got lowered to the point of slavery. You feel me? Like I said, we didn't come from slavery. We didn't, it wasn't no shit like slavery started and then we rose from slavery, nigga. We was rose and then we dropped to slavery and we rising again. You feel me? Fact, so look. Yeah, after they stared us in the back, feel me? And we fell in frequency and we lost communication. We lost our advanced ways. You feel me? Which we never actually lost. You know what I'm saying? It was just dimmed and cut. But it's resurfacing. It done resurfaced. It's back. Tap in. You feel me? But anyway, I stay focused. After they fucking stabbed us in the back, y'all, and they got down, lowered us in frequency, they started hitting us with these spells that was given to them by other extraterrestrial beings so these other extraterrestrial beings could help these human beings keep us fully fucking suppressed and hindered so we would never rise again. This is what slavery is about, nigga. Slavery was about you never rising again. But we rose again, though. You see? So, understand that when they lowered us in frequency, right, and they started hitting us with these spells, we was at a state where we still at war with these niggas physically, right? We still running through the forest, warring with these niggas physically. Hold on, y'all, I'm tripping. I knew I was forgetting something, y'all. I knew I was still feeling energy from somewhere, but forgetting. I'm like, damn, hold on. You feel me? But anyway, let's stay focused. So after they was hitting us with these spells, we was still at war with these niggas. We was still going through the forest, warring with their ass, as they was hitting us with spells, nigga. And it's not like we can go spell for spell with their ass, because y'all done cut down our trees and our fucking crystal towers. But because we still knew who the fuck we were at this time, we were still in tune with our divination, with our divinity. This is what hoodoos and voodoo and all that shit sparked from, because we were using that, and even that is a low form of our divination. We were using that still to fight these niggas in the spirituality. Okay, so once we started physically, as we were still physically warring with these niggas, as they was hitting us with spells, eventually we started to see even more like, okay, damn, we warring with these niggas and they still hitting us with spells. And they hitting us with spells as we warring with these niggas physically. So we gotta come with, you feel me? So that's when we started, you know what I'm saying, using our divination. That's when we started to test shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We started to try to see shit. Feel me? After they did that, and we still want that, we trying to see shit. Now we like, okay, hold on. All right, let me see some shit. All right, hold on. Let me see some shit. You feel me? Let me see some shit right quick. Hold on. Let me go, man. Let me see some shit. Let me see some shit. Let me see some shit right quick. You feel me? Once they see some shit, then they realize, oh shit, damn, we kind of still connected. Once it was like, oh shit, damn, hold on, we never really lost that connection. We just lost how much of that connection we had. Okay, hold on. So we didn't really lose all our connection type shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, ooh, let me go over here and tell goddamn 228. Hey, 228, look, don't tell nobody this shit. But look, we really didn't lose our connection to this shit, y'all. We really still got this energy here. But look, you gotta tap into it a different way though, because they have, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was, y'all, for real shit. That's how it went, nigga. So, once we started to see that, like, okay, damn, the energy's still here, you know what I'm saying? We can still tap into this energy, even though they cut the trees and all this shit. We started going spell for spell with their ass. We started using our divination, nigga. We started using our divination, warring with their ass, nigga, in the physical as we were using our divination, just like how they was doing our ass, nigga. But who do you think they got that strategized idea from? Feel me? So, after they started hitting us with these spells, I was just doing a whole fucking video, y'all. I got the goddamn nigga. I just did a whole video. I got to like 30 minutes, y'all, before they just cut the motherfucking video. Feel me? I was just doing a whole video. I'm recording this shit, because you ain't gonna lie to me. Just did a whole video, y'all. They cut it. We gonna keep it going though. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a little part 2, I guess, whatever. But anyway, so after they was hitting us with these spells, and we started using our spells back on their ass, because we figured out that we was still connected with that energy, but we just weren't connected as much as we were, you know what I'm saying, because they have cut our structures down. So we got down, we didn't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? We was, because we found out that we was still connected and tapped in with that shit, we started using that shit right back on their ass, nigga. Facts. And when we started using that shit back on their ass, then that's when they had to goddamn really up their tactics, nigga. That's when they had to sit back with their damn selves and think like, hold on, we just did all that for what? And they still connected? Damn, we gotta come with something harder. That's when your extraterrestrials came in hand. This is why you have other extraterrestrials in alignment with these human beings. Because they can't fuck with us on no level, nigga. So, after we started using our spells on their ass, because we figured out we were still in tune with the shit, they're like, hold on, damn. They fucking us up still? Okay. Well, let's go get some more advanced spells. This is when they ass was given the time spell by the Arcturians, real race. They was given the time spells by the Arcturians to keep us in a state where we age. Because these vessels never aged, and these vessels never died. So when we were given, then we were given a time spell. This time spell was given to us by the Arcturians and the oppressors. Okay, look. This time spell was created by the extraterrestrial race called the Arcturians. And the Arcturians gave this time spell to the human beings, to these Caucasians, to put on us to keep to have our body to age. You feel me? To have our body rust from the inside out, grow old, and die. right? So this time spell, this time illusion, is for your vessel to actually die. And they knew this because they knew that our vessels never died. So this is why they had to give us that spell specifically, right? So once they gave us this time spell, then that's when they came with the Gregorian calendar shit, started counting the days and shit, right? Throwing us off, throwing the frequency off. You feel me? But once they was giving these spells and once they had this help from these other extraterrestrial beings, that's when this shit got more harder on us. Feel me? Because then that's when they started hitting us with real shit. I'm not going to say real shit, but that's when they started hitting us with more, a little heavier spells. Because at first they wasn't hitting us with nothing heavy. When they cut the towers and they cut all that shit, they wasn't hitting us with nothing heavy for real. You feel me? They was just hitting us with shit like, you know what I'm saying? Make us goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Rethink about ourselves and shit like that. That's how they lowered us too. Start making us think about ourselves and shit like that. Feel me? Don't never let a motherfucker put you in a place where you gotta think about yourself, nigga. Facts. So, you feel me? Once they had this help from these extraterrestrials, then that's when shit got a little more, you feel me? Because then that's when, you know what I'm saying, they had cut all our shit. So we kind of lost our connection to our shit, but we still had that energy source because it was still on the planet. Feel me? Even though they blew the crystal towers up, even though they cut the trees, all that shit, all the residue from that is still on the planet. So all that energy is still here. And we knew this. So when we was practicing, so even voodoo, hoodoo, Palo Moinbez, Santo and all that, that's still a low form of our divination. Feel me? We only started using that form of our divination because they had cut these energetic towers and they had cut our trees. That's why we even started using those forms of divination. And because we had fell in frequency. So you know what I'm saying? When we fell in frequency, that was kind of our highest form of divination. But that's still our lowest form of divination. You feel me? So when we started hitting their ass with that shit, they was like, oh damn, no, we gotta call in some more help. So they called in the Arturians. And then these Pleiadians went against us as well. You feel me? Let's not forget about the Pleiadians. Because the Pleiadians is who bought the motherfucking draconian alpha. The Pleiadians is who bought the fucking reptilians here. The reptilians wasn't here first, man. The Caucasians were. Okay, well, we were here first because we know we created this motherfucker. But the Caucasians came through the portals first. Feel me? Then came the Pleiadians. Then the Pleiadians went and brung the fucking the rest of them extraterrestrials that made an alliance with the Grand Evil. The Pleiadians went and brung the rest of their ass over here. You feel me? So, like I said, we finna all make this shit make sense. We gotta add it up. Feel me? So, because like I said, it's a deeper aspect of why they even put us in a slavery state. That shit was to keep you from rising. They put you in slavery to never rise again. That was the whole point of slavery, for you to never rise again and for you to stay in that root. The root. You feel me? So, once they had this help from these extraterrestrials, we were still warring with their ass. We were still warring with their ass. You feel me? But we kept following the frequency. Kept following the frequency. The more we warred with their ass, the more we fell in frequency. Facts. So, eventually, we hit a time where, you know what I'm saying, we was moving like this. We was moving like the God, right here. You know what I'm saying? And we was still warring with their ass. All the way to now, we still warring with their ass, nigga. But we was still warring with their ass. You know what I'm saying? Even when they brought in these other extraterrestrials, we were still warring with their ass. But when they brought these other extraterrestrials handmade spells to give to these Caucasians to give to us. Right? But we were confused at jump. When all this shit first popped off, y'all, and we first lowered in frequency, we was confused. Before we realized it was a war going on, and we had to tap into that chaos, we were confused of what the fuck was happening because of how they betrayed us. We were confused. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. You feel me? So, again, I'm gonna probably, if I can, I'm gonna try to put this video with the other video that they just cut it from so it can still be one whole video. Feel me? I'm gonna try to do that shit somehow, some way. But anyway, let's stay focused. And if I can't do that shit, I'm gonna just post this as a part 2. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's stay focused. So yeah, these other extraterrestrials handmade gave these Caucasian spells to give to us. But we were still confused because we didn't know what the fuck, we didn't understand what the fuck was going on. And by the time we did understand what the fuck going on, that's when we was like, oh shit, it's a war, nigga. They have fucking betrayed us. But then we had already fell in frequency to the point where we were at our lowest form of divination. You feel me? Facts. So, when we hit that state, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, they started doing more and more shit. They was doing more and more shit. The more we was warring with their ass, even though they brung in these extraterrestrials to help their ass fight us, they still were doing shit to still fuck with us. You feel me? They were still putting out frequencies to attack us psychologically, to attack us spiritually at our aura fields, our ether, the planets. Because when they cutting down trees, they fucking with you. Every time they cut down a tree, they're hurting your nervous system, nigga. So they was fucking with us still in all type of ways. Till we eventually hit a point where we fell so low. Then they started capturing us. Once we fell so low to the point where, you know what I'm saying, too many of us was dying from warring with their ass, they started capturing us. Once they realized they had us low enough in frequency, they started capturing our ass, right? And this is where your slaves come from. Because your slaves were slaves of war, not slaves of labor, right? Your slaves come from slaves of war. These were your ancestors who got caught in the war. This is where your original term of slave comes from. Because after they caught your ancestors in war, they then held their ass hostage. It made them, threaten them, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever orders that they gave. Feel me? Through spells and frequencies. Right? This is how they were able to get the Moors, because you got to understand that they put the Moors under a spell too. So we can't discredit and bash the Moors. They put the Moors under a spell as well. But by the time the Moors snapped out of the spell and they tried to come and help, it was too late. You feel me? It was too late. It was too late. But when the Moors did snap out that spell that they had been put on them, they immediately got with it. You feel me? Soon as the Moors came out of the spell that was put on them, they ass immediately got on their ass. Soon as the Moors broke their nanobot technology and their Lyco lockdown spell that was put within them, they immediately went to war with their ass. But by then it was kind of too late. It's kind of too late. They had already cut the trees. They had already put up their shit. You feel me? They had already did so much shit to fuck with us and to fuck with the frequency, right? It was never a physical thing. It's all a energetic thing, a frequency thing, a spiritual thing. It was always a spiritual thing, even to now in today's day. It's a spiritual thing. It's always been that. But you have to understand how it manifested here, because it first took place in the cosmos. When Zeus, aka Satan, broke from the family and went outside of himself and took 2/3 of the heavens with him. So, right? Not only are we fighting with motherfuckers who really have hatred for us, but we are also fighting with motherfuckers who are created by our very brother. So we're fighting with motherfuckers who were created by a motherfucker who know us like the back of his motherfucking hand. This is why the war is so motherfucking crazy. This is why the war is so motherfucking. This is why the war resonates. This is why they know how to attack your ass. They know where to attack you, when to attack you, how to attack you. This is how they know. Because they're working for a motherfucker who created them. And the motherfucker who created them is your very brother. Who went against the family, went outside himself. But yet this nigga know you though, cause he was one of the original gods and the original scientists created from the time of creation. This is why he fell in love with splicing genes. This is why he even made the Caucasians. Because he fell in love with that shit. He's a scientist. Original scientist at that. One of the original scientists at that. That was created at the beginning of time. Well, we ain't even gonna say time, but at the beginning of the creation of the universe, nigga. Feel me? But anyway, let's stay focused. So you're fighting with so you're fighting with these Caucasians, and these Caucasians were created by your very own brother Zeus, aka Satan, who is running your mother. He is running everything that's going on low frequency wise now. Zeus, aka Satan, is over your oppressors. He's over your shadow government. He's over all that shit. All these niggas work for him. Feel me? Facts. Okay, let's stay focused. So they got down when all these motherfuckers when they came and you know what I'm saying, they started capturing us and making us slaves of war. Then this is when we lowered in frequency even more. Because when they started capturing us as slaves of war, they started directly hitting us with these spells. Directly to your physical. They were hitting you with these spells directly to your physical, right? So they started doing a lot of this with a lot of us, right? This is why now you have some of us who are not scared of police. You got some of us who ain't scared of the system. You got some of us who is scared of police, who is scared of the system. Feel me? But after they started capturing us during the war, making us slaves of war, right? They then started taking it to a further level with their spells. They started using them like directly upon us. Feel me? That's like a motherfucker right here standing in front of me right now. And I spellcast on him right here while he's right in front of me, type shit. Versus me trying to spellcast on him while he waited the fuck over there. Feel me? So it was like, okay, when they started making us slaves of war, that shit was only possible because they were capturing us, you know what I'm saying? Because you had some of us that wasn't warring. All of us wasn't fucking warring with these motherfuckers. You had some of us trying to run off and hide. You had some of us trying to duck off and escape. You had some of us who tried to, like I said, run and hide. But the ones who did try to run and hide were captured and made slaves of war. Because not all of us were fucking warring with their ass when they did all that shit. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us weren't on that type shit. You feel me? All of us not warriors, nigga. Understand that too. All of us not warriors, but we gonna get down to the bottom of it today, family. Feel me? This is why you got some of us who scared of police, right? This is why you got a generation of us that was cowards, right? Because they were made slaves of war and they were being put through so much. They were being put through so much torture and tragedy and trauma. You feel me? Facts. I'm taking y'all back to how the fucking slavery even sparked. On a deeper aspect. The true reason that it happened. Right? So, you got some of us that was running away. You got some of us that was hiding. You got some of us that was trying to, escape. And these were the ones who were being captured. As you can see, it was a good amount of their ass. A good amount of their ass. Feel me? But for the ones that were warring with them, a lot of them died off in that war. A lot of them were put under spells that froze them in the war, right? A lot of us actually rose in frequency, right? And hid ourselves within the planet on higher dimensions within the planet. Feel me? But a lot of us got caught. A lot of us got caught trying to run away, trying to hide and escape during this war. A lot of us died off warring with these motherfuckers who were in the war. A lot of us just rose our frequency and hid within planet on higher dimensions while this war was going on. Feel me? But the ones who were caught, they were made slaves of war. And then those slaves of war were then put under even more advanced spells, right? To keep their ass stuck in the root. Feel me? And then once they were put on more advanced spells, they then were completely cut off. You know what I'm saying? From that divination. So it's imperative that we understand how it got to a point where, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand how it got to a point where they were able to keep us on the field. They were, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand how it was, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand why, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers weren't just like, hey, it's 1,000 of us out here. Probably goddamn 10 of them on horses with guns. There's damn near 2,000 of us out here though. Why the fuck we don't just all come together and just, even though they got guns, you know, some of us might die, but it's 2,000 of us. Only 10 of them. Or only like 5 of their ass. Then there might not be 5. It might only be 3 of their ass. The man, his wife, and his kid. Yet, there's about 100 of us, 50 of us on the field though. Why do you think we all just didn't come together and then, feel me? That's because a lot of us were put under spells in that moment or in that state of being, what they want to call slavery. And we were completely disconnected from that energetic source. Feel me? We had completely lost our ways of touch with nature and within the higher celestial energies. And you feel me? They were also attacking us physically. This is what also slavery was about, to hinder you physically. Physically. Because once they seen that we were still tapped in with this energy, once they seen that they couldn't fuck with us on the spiritual level, they had to come at us on the physical level, y'all. This is why materialized shit is so pushed in agendas. This is why you have entities in fucking low vibrational lost souls hiding behind materialized items that's low vibrational as fuck. Feel me? That's because they couldn't fuck with us spiritually. They couldn't fuck with us on no high level of spirit, nigga. So they had to come at us physically. And this is what slavery was about, right? This is why they were whipping your ass. This is why the whip was leather with metal fucking things on the end of that motherfucker. With little bitty nails in it. All that shit was metal. The tip was metal. This is why they had your back facing the sun with your hands up, tied to a tree. This is why they hung us off trees. This is why they lynched us off trees. This is why they kept us in nature. Because they understood they still the same motherfuckers, so they ain't forgot shit they did, nigga. Although we forgot what they done because of what they have done. But they ain't forget shit. They still the same people, nigga. They still the same people. They ain't forgot shit. Feel me? So, They had to attack you physically. This is what slavery was all about. They had to come at you physically. They had to keep you rooted in the lowest state of yourself physically. So, they made your ass a slave of war. Or they made your ancestors slave of war. Right? They made your ancestors slave of war. And they put your ancestors under very heavy spells called a light cold lockdown. This is why in the Matrix, when Neon was going within the atoms of the atmosphere, this is why they showed you all the little fucking numbers, the 010101 01010101, and then it's the green light, the green lines and shit, and it's all like bunch of numbers and shit. That is encrypted signals, you know what I'm saying? That is light code lockdown encrypted into your subconscious, right? And that shit hides behind the name of education. Facts. So, let's stay focused. So, they once they had to come at you physically, so they came at you physically, right? This is why all this shit on a deeper aspect, right? This is why we must understand why they even lynched us off trees. Why did they even, you know what I'm saying, keep us on the field all day? Why were they even goddamn whipping us, and they were whipping us a certain way? And look into this shit. See. Don't just look, nigga. See. Why do you think they were goddamn turning your back against the sun, where the base of your chakras aligned at? Although your chakras is right here, they really base here through the spine. Boom, boom, boom. You feel me? So, understand why they were doing this to you. Understand why they even put you in this point of state. Why they even put your ancestors in this point of state. Right? And you're still in that state today, especially if you're not, you feel me? Especially if you're not going against their ass. Because they still got the shackles on you, even though they took the shackles off the feet, nigga. The shackles still here. They just took the shackles off the feet, made them invisible, and put that shit on your mind. Right? So, stay focused. Even though this is why you have to understand why they were doing this shit, because it's on a deeper aspect. It's all an energetic thing. It's all a spiritual thing. When they were hanging your ass, right, that was a ritual. Them putting you on a tree, that's a ritual. Them facing your back towards the sun with your hands up like this, towards the sun, over your head, blocking your crown chakra, that was a ritual. They know that the spirit of the house is blood. Got your ass back facing the sun, whipping. Not only are they whipping you with a leather fucking whip, this leather whip has magnets on the tip of the metal piece, and the metal piece has little nails, and these little nails have magnets on them. This shit is grabbing onto the soul and the spirit when it hits your ass. So when they hit you, mind you, they charging you up in the sun though. They got your chakras, feel me? They tearing your chakras up. Cause think about it, why they couldn't just tear your whole front up? Wouldn't it be more fucked up to take a whip with a metal rod on the end of it with nails and magnet nails on it, and take that bitch across your face? Wouldn't that be more fucked up to take that bitch across your face, nigga, than to take that bitch on your back? Why they just fuck the back up though? Why y'all only fuck the back up? You feel me? It's where your chakras based at, right? So they understand this about you. So they take your ass, face you against the sun, right? And then they're hitting your chakras. They're whipping your chakras. They're stripping your electrical, you know what I'm saying? They're stripping your magnetism, and they're stripping your electricity, your spirit from your chakras when they are whipping your ass in the back. When you facing the sun, mind you, they got your hands facing the sun as well. Because your hands are not only receivers, as this is the lightest part of melanin on your body, not only are your hands your receivers, these hands are your eyes, leading you to higher realms. So this is why they had the eyes like this, facing the sun, over the crown chakra. Blocking the crown chakra with your eyes. But your eyes are facing the sun though. So yet you're still charging up. This is why they charged your ass up and then did you like that. So if you was to try to charge up again, it would damn near hard as a motherfucker. Because when you were charging up, they were stripping you from that shit. They had to strip you from that. So when you are out there on the field, your ass not out there thinking and getting that energy like, oh yeah, okay, I'm finna plan this shit 2 nights ahead before I do it, but I'm finna play it cool. Feel me? So 2 nights ahead get here, I'm finna ambush their ass. This is why they were doing you like that, so you wouldn't get on that shit again. You feel me? Understand it's all a deeper aspect of why they did you the way they did you, nigga. Why they did your ancestors the way they did your ancestors is a deeper aspect than just motherfucking picking cotton, nigga. You feel me? They really was fucking attacking you through rituals. This is why they lynched us off trees, because they understand our connection. They understand our divine connection with nature. Like I said, these are the same motherfuckers who landed here. They didn't change, nigga. So they know who the fuck you are, they know where the fuck you are, and they know what you are. They know that this your planet, nigga. They know that you created this motherfucker. Why you think they attack you through the fucking nature? Why you think they attack you through the planet? They pollute the water. They pollute the air. They put oxygen into the air, because oxygen is not a real thing. Air is a real thing, but they put oxygen into your air. They polluted the goddamn earth. They cutting the trees down. They cutting the grass. They uncondensing the jungles, nigga. Fuck are you saying? They still coming at your ass spiritually and physically, nigga. So, stay focused. Through slavery, you had to understand why they were doing all that shit, because this was rituals. This were rituals, right? Not only to feed the draconian because we know the draconians eat off us. Because they can't take this atmosphere. Neither can the Caucasian human beings. So this is why they also had to do us like that. Taking that energy from us, stripping us from that energy. Because we give life to everything on this motherfucking planet, including the human beings. Nigga. So they understood that as well. So, and they also understood that the house of your spirit is the blood, which is electricity. This is why they had your shit in the sun, charging. And as you charging, bow, feel me? Boom, ripping up your fucking chakras. So you wouldn't be magnetic. So if you were to get that energy and start pulling in that magnetism to want to rebel against their ass, because you have soul, you are magnetism at soul, you gonna fucking lead the rest of the group. You gonna lead everybody else, nigga. If you on the field, nigga, and they ain't doing all that shit to you, nigga, your ass is gonna get that energy is gonna hit. You gonna like, you know what, nah, fuck that shit, nigga. I'm trying. You the enemy, nigga. Fuck, why the fuck am I picking cotton for you? Matter of fact, it's 1,000 motherfuckers out here. It's only 5 of y'all, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. I'm coming after you. I don't give a fuck if you shoot me, nigga. I'm finna come after you. You feel me? This is why they had to do that to us, to strip us from that right there. Feel me? Because they know you are magnetism. So if you rebel against the slave owner, or if you try to escape the plantation, you're going to encourage the rest of the whole motherfucking field. So they had to set an example out of the powerful ones. This is why they didn't whip everybody. They didn't whip everybody. They only whipped a few selected individual motherfuckers. Right? To try to set examples. This is why when one of the slaves would run away, they would cut the legs. To set examples for the other slaves. To try to keep that magnetism down. To try to keep that electricity down. To try to keep that energy down from rising. This is what slavery is about. To keep you rooted in the lowest form of yourself. Why do you think they pushed that fear? Feel me? Why do you think they were cutting and abusing the slaves? To push that fear. To keep you from being magnetism to the others and rising, nigga. So this shit way deeper than them just hitting your ass with that motherfucker because you ain't want to pick cotton. This shit way deeper than that. This shit way deeper than them just putting you in the field just to pick cotton. This shit way deeper than that. Right? So look. They have, not only were they attacking you, not only were they using rituals on your physical body, right? These rituals that they were using were like with like, you know what I'm saying, energetic signals. So this is why they did the rituals in front of everybody. You feel me? This is why they did the rituals in front of everybody. Facts. This is the whole point of this shit. This is the whole point of slavery. I'm putting y'all down real game right here. Feel me? This was the whole shit. I just wanted to put y'all into a deeper aspect of why this shit happened. Because we are further more than just that shit. We come from further more than just that shit. You feel me? This is why this is why they were doing you the way. This is why they were doing your ancestors the way they did them. Feel me? This is why. This is why. Feel what I'm saying? Facts. So y'all sit on that shit. Just sit on this basic shit I just told you. Even though it's not basic shit, nigga, this is real history, and they gonna come after me for telling y'all this shit. Cause this is facts. They gonna come after me for telling y'all this shit, but I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's war, nigga. Come on, nigga. Bring it. Fuck you mean. But this is facts. And because this is facts, and because this is actually true history, esoteric history, they're gonna try to attack me for this shit. They might fact check the video. They might do anything, I don't know. Feel me? But y'all stay tuned, cause I'm gonna drop a part 2 of this shit. If I can merge these videos, but if I can't merge the videos, then I'm gonna goddamn I'm gonna run a part 3. Fuck it. Fuck you mean? This will be a part 3. I'm gonna run a part 3. This will be the part 2. And the part 1, y'all. Feel me? But if I can merge the videos together, I'm gonna make a part 2. Facts. So anyway, y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Be aware of that. Rewind this video if some shit went over your head. Rewind it. Rewatch it. Because this is facts. We really didn't get too deep. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to scratch the surface. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put my damn finger in the surface. Actually, fuck scratching that bitch. I wanted to put my hand in that motherfucker. But for part 3, we going elbow deep. Fuck you mean? But I just wanted to get y'all familiar with why slavery was even being, the shit that was going on through slavery. Why was that whole shit even a thing? That whole shit was even a thing. That's what we just got into. If y'all got questions, comment below. If y'all got questions, either hit me up through the handles on this fucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because my handles is on the YouTube. The Instagram page for this YouTube is on this YouTube somewhere. And it's directly connected to me. So hit that motherfucker up if you need to. You got questions, comment below. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? We made it to 50 followers. Congratulations. I appreciate and love every single one of you out there. Beautiful reflections. Y'all continue having a blissful, prosperous day. And I open this shit with positive energy. I'm going to leave with positive energy. So peace to all the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. As positive energy always creates elevation. As now we rise. Stay tuned, family. I love y'all. I leave as I come. Peace.